suggest that you and I, VG, can go ahead and take land, own land, wherever it is, and whenever we feel like.
Nah, man, the man
No
say
societies.
the man say have the land for 25 years. It's so simple.
No,
No,
not the 25-year-old, the 25-year guy. He left. I'm talking about the gentleman who is making the point that we all own lands, and this Jamaica here is owned by us and whatsoever. No, you understand, VG, from history. If you look at, and that's why I started to make the point that I like Michael Manley, in the sense that when Michael Manley talked to you and me, Michael Manley spoke to us in a way that he was trying to educate us, not to fool us like what Mr. Golding is doing and the present PNP is doing to their followers. He would always use the opportunity as a teaching moment to educate people. I tell you this, when society started out, it started out in what we call a state, the term jumped out of my head, but it started out in a way where every single solitary individual would go about and they would state of nature, that's the term I'm looking for, state of nature. It was called a state of nature, where it was a survival of the fittest. Every individual, if you find food, VG, and I see you with the food, I just lick you down and take the food. Somebody else comes along, sees me with the food, lick me down and take the food. That's how society existed. It was chaos, total chaos. Nobody had any rights until we moved forward, right? And we developed laws and we developed, rules about how society is to be governed. And we surrendered those rules to an arbitrator, which is called the government. And the government is the one that protects those rules for us, carries out law and order and all that thing through the police force and whatsoever. But I'm just saying, this idea that we can just go all over the place and take land is a road that we don't need to go down. Because in the 1970s, when this thing came of land reform and this whole proposal, remember, this thing did not only affect government lands. Because for you to squat on government land, you needed a longer period of time to get those lands. VG, if you're abroad and your family owned land in Jamaica, right? And that land was just sitting there, anybody could go there, capture the land, sit on that land, pay up some taxes for the land for the required period of time and take that land over. We have to be careful how we carry out this kind of discussion and talking about land reform. We have to make sure we do it in a very structured way, in a way that not just classify us as somebody said, as a banana republic, but as a developing society moving towards first world standard. And what we see happening over in Bernard Lodge, that the Prime Minister is doing, putting in the infrastructure, not just to accommodate housing. I want you to look at it, VG, Google it. When you get some time, look at what is happening over there. We're talking about putting in infrastructure for logistics. Putting in infrastructure to create SEZs. So in other words, the people who live there can not only benefit from housing, but they are benefiting from jobs.
That's it.
And not only jobs, we're talking about, if you look at the large plan, putting in schools, and these schools are not going to go there. It's not going to be what we have now, the traditional schools that we have now. We're talking about schools that are geared towards STEM education, STEAM, to create a kind of workforce, a labor force that will demand a job around.
All right, next one.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Big up. I'm gonna let you out, and if you want to come out later, you come back.
Yeah, man, thank you for giving me the opportunity to make the contribution.
Enough respect. Common sense. You know, say last run, so yes.
Yeah, man, that's okay, man. I can work with that. But the truth is, just VG.
Yes, sir.
This squatting culture in Jamaica, the government needs to get rid of that. I mean, and the JP is working to get this the society in a better order. Because hear what happened with squatting now.
Yeah.
It breaks down society. I agree people need land, but do it in an organized and professional way. And settle them. I know some land right now in Southeast St. Andrew. From the 70s, those people are squatting the land. I hear what happened VG. They don't have no water. They don't have no light, no nothing. And all they end up doing is running wires through the bush and stealing lights, stealing water. Those are not good for the society, man. We need a society in which it have good standards. You're not just squatting nowhere in a developed country as the norm. No. And this is what we have to try and get rid. Now, Miss Soon, come down. But the truth is, and I said this earlier this morning, PNP have a little chaka nasty way that they do stuff. And honestly, the leadership of the PNP do not know better. That's the problem. And anything and everything is acceptable to them. Now, what me like about who wants to say, he has a greater vision for the country. And nobody tell me that, but I listen to his speeches. Take something as simple as the fact that the man said, okay, everywhere in the world him travel, him see clean, nice markets. Why is it the culture in Jamaica that every market have to be dirty and stink? Think about Linstead Market, etc., etc. And all of these markets, Coronation Market. As a matter of fact, Siaga did try to even upgrade the market in Kingston. What's the big market name again? It's Coronation, right?
Coronation, yeah.
But PJ could not see the vision. They stole all of the material that Siaga had to improve the market, and then it's in the same state. Honestly, as a man coming from America, going to Jamaica, I want to see the country reach up to another level.
Nobody can thief Siaga in the Coronation there unless a Siaga man them take it.
No, after he lost the election.
Alone can
No matter who steal him, but after he lost the election, them abandoned the idea of getting a good market. So over the years, let me tell you what happened. PNP has somewhat denigrated the minds of the people so them can't even think about a certain level. Who else now is trying to emancipate them from that low thinking and bring them to another level. And that is what we really need for the country. And the bus system, when I try to put in place now, that's another level of elevation. Man, I went down to St. Anne's Bay and I saw them build up some government office down where deal with part, NIC, etc. Good, nice structured building. If you need a restroom, you go into those buildings, you can get a restroom to use. Right? The office before on a PNP, you need a restroom, they don't know one name, sir. No AC, hot like hell. One old floor inside there from God know when. But this man's about decency. Look at how he's building up the nice police stations them. And I give the police them a sense of dignity. No, that is the way we want the things them to look. And we have to work on that, bro. It's just a matter of the mindset, you know? They settling for nothing or having a good system in place. And you might criticize me as to the statement I made, read the bus system.
Oh, do it again before you left.
But listen up. But BG, yes, the country is so void of good systems that when me hear a good system come into place and people criticize it, I don't have no tolerance for it.
But when a man is opposition, he's allowed to ask questions. That's all I get plus a point.
Everything them oppose. Hold on, here, let me tell you something.
No, them oppose everything.
BG, why you cannot back that argument? Who else wanted to move the dump from Riverton City? And the PNP said no, the people have to live off a bit. Can something go like that? Hell no. They have to live off of the dirty stinking dump.
Stop it, man. Alright, come on, sir. Alright.
It's what I'm saying to you. So you, when they talk these things, VG, you're not thinking about the psychological effect of how them think. Alright, for PNP now, it's good for the people to stay inside the dump, bro. Hell no.
Nah, you're the man that must say. You're the man that must say. All the time, you know, but I tell you what the man that must say. All the man that must say is that you have some people who make over the years, the people have learned.
PG, I don't want to hear that because
that's not what it's all them saying. What mean you don't want to hear it? You have to hear it.
Nobody should believe it like that. Give them an alternative. Even if I need say, boy, you have to go give them. Let me finish. If they were making $1 million a year living off of the dump, relocate them, give them the $1 million for a couple of years and make them transition into something better.
Oh, that's all they want. Agree. That's all they want. That's not come on, stop this one line off this. That's all they want to hear. They want to hear what you have planned for the people who live there. Because if you don't have nothing planned for them, they're going to turn some real decent taker.
But if the opposition was serious, if the opposition was serious, bro, all them have to do is agree and say yes and then work out a solution. But they can't be no.
If the opposition was serious, they would have moved the damn dump too. So, you know, the character there, man. Just leave it. Someone says land. No people there.
Thank you, sir.
But space there if you come back later. But then
thank you.
You got no respect. Remote.
Yes, SVG. So I'm going to give some context for y'all when we say it before.
Yes, sir.
So So people may feel like we just attack out of it, but every aspect of our life is governed by law, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just when you go in a court, law impact your life. Everything, every decision we make, it have to be in line with law. So watch what I'm saying now. So I'm gonna give a context. China, when you buy a piece of land in China, you only pay tax one time.
One time. So me hear that bossy, man.
Exactly. So alright, so that is context. So we come back to Jamaica now.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't know what happened in 1960. 1960, the convention, Geneva Convention, they agreed that no conflict shall be solved with force anymore. So that's why they gave back people all their rights, their liberty, because no conflict can be solved by force. So everything the police do, it's not lawful. So with that right